welcome to Gigi Creates. Today I wanted to show you some things that I made for a friend as a gift. Now these are really interactive little journal companions or just standalone projects. And they're very interactive and I just wanted to show them to you. So this first one is like a tea bag pocket type thing. I did some stamping. This is 3 different kinds of stamps and flower punch out and a button brad and then this cool tag shaped tag basically. And this is a wraparound closure, and I know it's not the greatest because it's got all these fronds on it, so but I hadn't had my circle punch at the time. So when you open it up, it's like this, and it's made with a 8x8 sheet. So I just put these bits of ephemera in here. Different things, and I inked all of them. Butterflies, illustrated flowers, that says best wishes, love this. And this is like an ad for lights or something. And then I added a sticker to this side to cover up the brad feet. It's actually a DIY brad. I strung wire through it and left 2 little feet on the outside, or the inside here. And I tied a knot here. It's kind of ugly, but I left it. And I think it's really nice. And this little tag has its own little pocket right here. It's pretty cool. So let me put everything back inside. So there's that first one, which is a tea bag pocket. Now this second one is a card that I made, and it doesn't exactly have a name, it's just an interactive card. Now this first element here is a pocket with a eyelet tag. So as you can see, it's connected to these holes up here, and I hole punched this and added an eyelet so it's a little writing spot. And then I just added the bow here. That was actually after the fact. And then this is a love letter style opening, and since it was music page, I added some writing spaces and inked it all. I crumpled it up. This was actually something that I made a long time ago, this little folded thing. And then I added everything else, like the inking and the writing space and the bow. Now it sticks a little because of the string here. This side is empty. It was for a sentiment, but I didn't want to ruin the card. So this has something private on the inside. I forgot to remove that. And then there's this little hello and another one of these love this tags, and this opens up with a little fringe. So it's kind of like you can pull this up, and it's got writing space. I actually made this a long time ago too. And there was supposed to be something in the pocket back here, but it had some writing on it, so I removed that. And this just opens up. This was actually supposed to be like a pocket, but it wasn't. And that just sticks out like that. Then we add this, which kind of slips in here. It's like a little banner, which can be tucked in or it can be left out. I like the tucked in. Then I'm gonna add the love this right there. And that's that one. And it's mostly blank, but I wanted to make something that's sort of like a journal companion, but also a card. So that's the second one. Now this third one is something I had tried to film, but what I made wasn't quite to my liking, so I didn't publish it. But this is a envelope journal, and I did a wraparound closure. A couple of others that I did have different closures. One just has a bow, and the other one has a tie that you slip off. So there's this cool punch out on top of a foil circle with it has a doily that's printed onto this punch out right here. Then I have the flower punch out, and then I have the sequin, which I got from one of these Creatology sequin things. And it has an eyelet, and it's got a pocket here. I just put a few things in here. 1000 Goodnight Kisses and Dream Big. I had planned to put something bigger in there, but it was kind of a last minute thing. And then this beautiful gold paper. And what this is a journal. This is a journal. And there's a pocket here. Flip this. There's a pocket right here with a little folded something. It's got all kinds of little things, so perfect. And then pretty. And then this that says the small things holds small things. So all these little tiny bits that the receiver can use. So little tabs and other things. And then another one of those square sentiments, and another one that says the little things. So it kind of has its own little theme. Let me put this all back. And as you can see, it's made out of an envelope, an upside down envelope. This is the flap, and this is the pocket. And what I did was I slid it open the sides, just a tiny sliver, and then I added glue right here on the flap and right here on these very tips. So you don't want to add glue to the inside of this pocket to lose that pocket space. Now the only negative to it is that there's a small open space in here. So as you're pulling things out and putting things in, things kind of move around because they're touching. You can't really see it, but sometimes I've had that happen with other ones. And then I just added some stickers to this, and there's nothing in the third pocket. I was running out of ideas. And as you can see, I've added some cards here. There's all these little stickers that I put on some paper. I just thought this was really cool to put like small photos on, or a tiny little sentiment, quote of the day or something. And then there's this thing again. So that goes here, and then I just added these. This is one of the stamps that I really like that says entered. I like to use it with my postage stamps when I'm making like vintage envelopes, and I just have added some stickers throughout. This is another pocket. Sometimes that thing you're looking for comes when you're not looking at all. And this is the middle of the signature. I use my favorite binding thread, even though it's a pain to use because it's so thick, but that's what makes it really nice and strong. More stickers, another glued page, this card, and a tab, and that says Wild and Free, and then on the back there's a shelf. Let me add these back into their pockets. As you can see, I kind of make it look like a fan. I thought that was really cool, and I liked it. And then there's a pocket at the front, and I just use lots of pretty pages, another card, tab, stickers, and another card, this week's focus. So it's kind of like a miniature planner thing, because these were planner stickers. And as you can see, I used a cover. And the reason I used a cover for the pages, like on the inside, these are flimsier pages and they are patterned. Meanwhile, these brown pages are thicker and not patterned. The reason I use that is because these envelopes are somewhat flimsy. See that? So I just decided to make it more sturdy with those covers and kind of give it a more uniform look. And then it just wraps around with this nice gold twine, and it tucks in the back. at one point it will come unknotted again because it's very slippery and silky thread, twine. But, and you kind of see we have a gold and cream tones kind of theme, so there's that. And now this is a much, much older project, and I just wanted to show it to you because I love it so much. And it was actually from a kit, not the decorations like the paper and the ephemera on the front, or these papers that I put on the inside. It was a chipboard kind of thing where you put your photos in there and everything, and it was like supposed to go this way and not up and down like a flip book or a matchbook. And my parents really liked it, and we're still looking for some more chipboard things. This took me a while to create. And here, I'll show you, I don't want to dwell. So I've got some ephemera. This was like the very first ephemera that I got. This was before YouTube. And I put some scrapbook papers on here and just some random little papers. A paper whipsie that I created in a recent video. And this is just really flimsy printer kind of weight paper. And so what I did was I applied washi tape on both sides. And the thing was, this was kind of difficult because the holes aren't evenly spaced. Like, this side is closer to the edge than this side is. So I think it was supposed to go like this because the loops are supposed to hang like that. See, because this can kind of go over the edge. See? Meanwhile, the bottom cannot. So I hope that makes sense. So it was kind of difficult because I couldn't just find the middle and then hole punch, hole punch. I had to actually find the spot where it was supposed to go. Just different types of paper here though, and different kinds of washi tapes, and I thought this was the coolest thing. I actually had to roll this tape out a long way to get the whole Bonjour Darling thing. And I felt kind of bad hole punching it, and you can see I used a different washi tape. And some of them have little stickers at the front of each section because there were 4 pieces of chipboard backing. So here's the second one. So we have like a wallpaper, and then we have this cool bicycle. I probably should have moved it over, but I like the lady and the flowers. But I wanted the bike and the lady, so that happened. And this is something you would like hang on your wall. So imagine this is a wall, and right here, and you're gonna like string it up or tack it with, like, put loops of twine and tack it, or put one big loop of twine and tack it up there. And it's like your this month or something. You could create special pages that show the month. And then we come to the back of it. And I just added some little tiny butterflies and ladybugs, little tiny beetles, and this says, "You are lovely," and it has all these ladies on it. It's like newspaper, but it's in French or something, or at least this isn't. So I just wanted to show y'all my small collection of golden, how about I call this the cream and golden collection? How about that? Does that seem to work? Just finding the right position for this. I don't know, I don't like it. Well, there. So, how do you like this? Would you like tutorials for these? Would you like a tutorial for this? That might take a while because I'd have to buy another chipboard thing. Of course, I could substitute with cereal box. So I might do a tutorial on that. I think I did a tutorial on this. It may have been a film fail because of background noises and everything. If you want a tutorial on this, let me know. And this, I might do a tutorial on. I might show you the miniature things I did, like this. Anyway, Let me know how you like the video in the comments down below. If you have a question, don't hesitate to ask. Like, what kind of paper did you use? Where did you get it? Da-da-da, whatever. And like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!